to this tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about creating an event within DNA, but more importantly than creating an event. So for example, DNA 1 is the first Sunday of every month, so we'll show you how to create that on the back end of AWAKEN, and then how to have a bird's eye view of how many people have RSVP'd, and those that have not yet. As a coach, you can assign calls, assign people within your team to call those people, give a little bit of a personal touch for the people that have not yet RSVP'd to make sure that you have a full house on that first Sunday. So go ahead and log into your personal, in AWAKEN, your personal account. We've already adjusted the roles so you can see what I'm seeing. And once you go to your personal account, your screen will look slightly different than mine, but you want, so over here this would be, if your name's John Doe, JD over here, and then it'll default to your campus, to the campus that you go to. For the sake of this video, we'll just say Bressy Ranch campus, okay? But yours will automatically default to that. Second step we'll take is we'll go over to groups, and then under groups we're going to go ahead and create an event together. So I have Bressy Ranch DNA 1, so I'll go there. So it's very important I need to be within the group, okay? Then I'm going to go to calendar, okay? And then under calendar, I would like to create a new event. Okay, so I want to create a new event. I'm going to say rooms and resources not needed. I'm going to say the event name. So the event name is DNA 1 Bressy. Then from here I could add a blurb about welcome to DNA 1. We are so excited to have you, etc. We'll send you out a blurb of what to put here. So you may need to pause this video and go back to remember some of this, because there's a few little steps. So just know that you're going to have to pause and go back. So make a note that we'll need to send you the little blurb, because this is what your participants are going to see inside of their email. Okay? It's automatically going to default to the group that's been set up. We will do that for you. And then the organizer, you could just call it Welcome Team, because Welcome Team is a leader in just about every group, so just call it Welcome Team. This is very important. Pay special attention to this. The time here, especially the time that it starts, needs to be the exact time of DNA at your campus, because the time that you set here communicates with your check-in on the day of. So let's say you put 11 a.m. here for whatever odd reason, and your check-in time at your campus is, let's just say, 10 a.m. Well, the two won't be able to communicate. So whatever check-in time you have at your campus, so Bressy, we know DNA starts at 9. I'm going to put 9 here so this can communicate to the check-in portion of the software. Okay? And then the next thing we'll do is we'll say the cutoff time is 11. It's not as important. Never make this event repeat. It's just a big no-no and something that you should not do. Okay? And then really from there you could add the street address, city, state, and zip for maybe somebody that's new, but most likely that's not needed. They know where the campus is. Go ahead and click Save. You must select a date for this event. Oh, it would help if I put a date in, right? So, so funny. We've already created some here for 2020. So for the sake of this video, I'm just going to actually bump up to, I'll just say 2022, but in your case, you would want, and I would know that I would want the first Sunday because it's DNA 1. So this is just a fictitious date. You would create the date that's upcoming for DNA 1, and you can do multiple of these first Sunday of each month. You'll be creating one each month, or whoever your admin person will be created. DNA 1 first Sunday of every month, unless we send out something different, which we probably will not. Okay, so you got the date in there. Sorry about that. Could have missed that. And then go ahead and click Save. Okay, so we see that it's been created 2022. All right, so that's how you create an event. Now, the next thing that we want to show you is we want to talk a little bit about check-in. So check-in, with check-in, what you want to do is you want to click on the check-in tab, and this basically sets it up. Check-in will not work unless something is selected here. And then from there, you'll go ahead and click weekend services. Now this may change from at the time of this video it says weekend services, but whatever you see in the drop down box, select that. The name might change, but whatever's there, you have to select something, or else you will have a nightmare at check-in and you'll be texting headquarters saying I can't get check-in to work, and it'll be because somebody didn't pause the video and take notes that this needs to be done on each event. So bam, we're there. We're all set to go. So far we've created the event. Number 2, we've set up check-in. Now the third thing we need to do is we need to take a look at the guest list. So with the guest list, we can invite people a couple of different ways. So we can invite people by group, which most likely you will do, or by name individually. Now, for the sake of this video, we don't have people that have RSVP'd by group. So I would click, normally I would click group here, and then DNA 1 would come up, and I would, whoever has RSVP'd, let's say the preview was showing at the campus and say 50 people have already RSVP'd, I would put the same little blurb here, looking forward to seeing you, that we put on the beginning of the video. Whatever I put here is going to affect what we showed you at the beginning of the video, and I could send it out, and all of those people would be invited. Okay, because this is 2022, nobody would come or see what I'm sending out, so it doesn't make any sense to do that. So for the sake of this video, this is not something that you will do, because you always send it based on the group. But for the sake of this video, just to show you how an RSVP list would look, I'm just going to say add directly. And let's say you're inviting, let's say, so sorry, scratch that, not add directly, just keep it at invite. But I'm going to come out of here. So that was people by group, but because this is 2 years ahead, nobody's in the group, so I can't show you what I need to show you. So for the sake of the video, I'm going to say people by name. See, so I click people by name, and let's say we're inviting Tiger Webster, and then we're also inviting Alex Clott, okay, and we're inviting, you know, I could go on and on, right? Same blurb that we showed you at the beginning of the video would go here. Whatever you change here would change the blurb that they would get, and then I'll go ahead and click send now. Now, the whole reason I'm showing you that is so that I can go back to the guest list and show you how to have a bird's eye view of the RSVP list and how to download that list so that you have the participants' information and you can call them. That's the 95% of this whole entire tutorial, is you being able to download the guest list, the people that have not yet RSVP'd, and put a personal touch to say, hey Sally, hey Joe, hey Bob, notice you RSVP'd, but we haven't seen your confirmation yet. Can I answer any questions? Would love to have you come early, enjoy refreshments. You want your team to be able to call them. This video is no good if I can't show you how to call your guest list, because some people will sign up, but they haven't yet RSVP'd. Okay, so now if I go over to guest list, you'll see that there's 2 people that have not yet responded, right? Those are the 2 people that have just added. So this would be somebody, they saw the preview on a Sunday, they got really excited, they filled out the form. Yes, I'm going to DNA. And then after filling out the form, they get this email, hey, RSVP, we need to know that you're coming. And the people have just let the email sit there. So you, as the coach, or whoever you've assigned as your admin watching this video, can go in to guest list and say, hey, Alex and Tiger and Sally and Joe have not responded. Let me go ahead and download their information so we can call them and reach out and increase the number of people that we have coming. So we'll just go ahead and we'll click this little arrow up here and we'll go to guest list. You can either download it as a CSV. If you download it as a CSV, then, let's say there's 40 people, you could create a Google Sheet and you could divvy up the 40 people, give 5 people to each member of your team. Maybe you have your table host calling and put that on a Google Sheet and have Joe call the, color coded, orange, blue, red, green, yellow, and have each person in your team call 5 people out of the 40, right? So you could create a shared Google document if you wanted to download that by CSV. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to show the information on screen. I'll go ahead and click Run Report, and boom, right there. We have Alex and Tiger. We have their phone number. You can then go ahead and call and say, hey, listen, have noticed that you haven't RSVP'd. Would love to have you. We've got refreshments. Going to be a great time. Can I answer any questions? Wonderful. I'll go ahead and look forward to seeing you this Sunday at 9 a.m. or whatever the case might be. Okay? You can also download from here if you want to. You could print it from here if you wanted printed records for your team to call. But I would say this or downloading the CSV is just fine. Okay, so that's a little bit about how to create an event and then also how to have a bird's eye view on who has RSVP'd for DNA. I want to thank you so much for joining me, and we will look forward to seeing you on the next tutorial. Bye for now.